Man, this is.
You said.
To be honest, I'm doing okay here up until that last second there, and let's start to kick in.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Benjamin Watts, and I am here with Eric and Dustin from Animal, the developers of the game Rawmen. Welcome to IGN FanFest, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Don't get too nervous, because in front of us, you may have noticed that we have bowls of ramen. I can already feel the heat coming off it. Because these aren't just ordinary bowls of ramen. No, they're extremely spicy bowls. And to help heat things up for this FanFest, the three of us are going to take a bite of this ramen before every question about ramen. Gents, are you ready?
I think so, yeah. We have our lawyer here. He's actually not allowed in the room now for some reason.
All right, gents, chopsticks at the ready. Let's start the process. Cheers. First bite, here we go.
Wait a minute, this is not even ramen. This is plastic.
Yeah, have it. Oh, here we go.
I'm getting
Okay.
It is spicy. It's a good spicy.
That first bite is...
Let's get into it. Let's start with an easy one, guys.
Okay.
Let me get a better bite here.
You're going for two? That's it. Okay.
Means business. But let's tell us about Rawmen. Tell us about the game.
Still a napkin.
Yeah, go for it. Rawmen is a third-person arena-based food fighter, basically, with emphasis on mess making and just kind of chaos.
Yep.
It's just, all our weapons are food-based. Everything's food-themed.
Let me get some of this broth in here.
Well, I'm glad you're not. I definitely am.
That's good stuff. Okay, tell me about some of Rawmen's influences.
Oh, man.
And how you guys have put your own twist on the game to make it your own.
I mean, we definitely got a lot of influence from The Simpsons. Like, all the Matt Groening stuff, like Futurama.
Bam! Mein soufflé!
There's a lot of Rick and Morty references. And also, like, the Muppets. Muppets were, like, a big influence on the way the characters look. Oh, we like this, like, weird, deadpan, like, thing going with these little characters here.
I love
feel like
that.
I'm getting the heat now.
Yeah, it's coming in. I think also shows like Adventure Time, like the ridiculousness of that, like the Candy Kingdom stuff. It's also food based, so
Kingdom.
Yeah, it kind of falls in line with like our food themed world. So we drew a lot of inspiration from that as well.
I love it. I gotta check it. I'm feeling some sweats coming.
I know.
down.
I got the beanie on too, but I'm seeing Eric in the corner of my mouth, and I'm like, damn, this is tight.
Yeah, Eric, you're handling it pretty well.
Well, I'm lying, so this is not good right now.
I'm like, can we keep going? Can you push through?
Yeah, let's
get some more in there. We'll get some noodles.
Let's do another one here.
Another big. Also, we'll say the influence too. Like down the street from where we are right now, there's a place called Sujita Annex. That's where the game was actually came up with. Oh no! We were eating ramen there, and we're like, "Yo, this." We're like, "Oh man, that'd be cool to make a little ramen shop game where like a shamisen is playing and people are like being hurried out of the restaurant." So then we made it, and it sucked.
And we pivoted to make it more like food, like mess making themed and more like chaotic. So like that's where we conceived it. Had a horrible idea and then pivoted to this.
When we say horrible, we mean that.
I mean, it was bad. Yeah.
Dustin, I feel like you are hearing the music in your head because you're plowing through it
I was going to say, I'm actually
why?
Well, I'm actually hungry. It's here in front of me. I'm eating. It's 2:00. It's my feeding time.
Have you guys been taking in the broth? Have you going to push it that extra level?
No. I'm definitely feeling it.
Let's see. I want to see you guys take a sip. I'm going to push it. I'm going to antagonize it.
All right, I'll do a sip.
I can't be the only one with the burning lips of death over here.
I'm definitely feeling it.
Really hits the back of the throat.
Yep.
If you can see this, you can see the ramen. Might be gross. This is not ramen. This is blood. That's what's happening to me right now.
Is that what this is?
My face is on fire. Now, were there any specific design elements from similar games that you wanted to avoid in Ramen?
There was a lot of, essentially playing a lot of other games. Like I got cussed out pretty hard in like tournament modes and all these things. So we wanted to make something that wasn't so like intense. And it's like, we could laugh about dying. Because, being cussed out and like people leaving.
I think the stress of highly competitive multiplayer games is something we really wanted to avoid when conceiving this. So we didn't want to punish people for dying or just performing badly. We wanted it to be kind of funny and fun and just have an overall more uplifting experience.
Have a good time.
Yeah. So like that's kind of like our core design, to not focus on that, to focus on just like the fun, the mess making, just doing goofy things all the time and not being punished for it.
Now, I know you guys said that you pivoted away from your original idea. Now, when coming up with the game, was there any fat that you had to cut, whether it be characters or other elements or game modes that you just like?
All the time. You know, we really listen to the community. We have like we're doing like some open tests a little while ago, and we'll have like a survey and kind of figure out like, okay, where we need to like maneuver. But then I mean, like all the times we're like following the fun, and we'll make something we think is cool, and then we'll put it out there. And we're like, oh, that wasn't so good. And so like we just kind of like we'll snip it. We don't want to release something that's doesn't feel finished. I mean, it probably will still not feel finished because it's Eric and I working on it here.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I think we just don't want people going like, what the heck is this? So we put a lot of thought into everything, and we're making decisions too, like right now about some stuff that we might remove. And,
Yeah, we've cut game modes that we prototyped. We've cut like weapons, like those things kind of happen all the time. It's just
it makes it better.
It does, yeah.
it makes
So we're really receptive to feedback from our community and our fans. Like we love hearing from them. And
It's clear that you guys are putting a lot of care into the game just by you showing up here today and taking on this gauntlet. Now, I have one final question, but I'm not going to go into it without an absolute massive intake of this fire. Mainly because the voice in my head is telling me I need to do it.
Eat the egg. Eat the egg.
No, I'll dump. Here we go. Egg down. Easy.
Okay.
I missed it.
I gotta be careful because
First time. I'm getting delirious at this point.
this is very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, for getting good ramen here.
And for the final question, the game has a full menu of game modes, such as clam chowder, meatball, and top ramen. Can you tell us which is your favorite to play and why?
There is there's in ramen. There's what kind of makes it I think stand out a little bit is that there is a thing called sudden death, where as you play, the winners kind of like keep advancing to the next step, right? But eventually we like turn you on your friends. So you're the group that you're playing with, whether it's random or people like from a group, you're turned on each other, and it's like you either split or fight, and you kind of don't know who's like voting what until you're in the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a fun little thing where, you know, you can kind of turn on your friends and make them fight for you and all that. Man, this is, to be honest, like I'm doing okay here up until that last second there, and like let's start to kick in.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. The sudden death mode is to me the most fun, just because it flips it turns everyone on their heads, turns the game mode on its head, where you had a team, you're working together, and now you get a choice to like fight against them and take everything basically. So we really enjoy that aspect of it.
It's a fun thing. Eternal is who's the weasel? Who's the weasel?
Yeah.
That's the best thing about playing video games, is that sometimes your friends will make you the best enemies. So it looks like that's about all the time we have here. Thank you again, Eric and Dustin, for stopping by and eating some regrettably spicy ramen with me.
No, this has been good.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us.
Deliciously hot.
It is actually delicious.
No,
props to the people preparing the ramen in the back.
They're in here somewhere.
Rawmen is coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch later this year. And for everything else spicy, keep it here at IGN.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Woo!